Hello, everyone, and peace of Christ to all of you. I really apologize for the delay and for changing the time. I had no choice but to change the time almost twice, actually. And the reason I have too many people around, and I did not want to disturb people around me, so I had no choice but to reschedule. However, this is not really important. The important that we are going to be able to make it, and we are going to explain some issues Muslims and non-Muslims are confused about. You know, we know that many people they say words and they throw their words in the air. Sometimes those words are stupid and they are meaningless. And sometimes even Christians they say things they should not say. Or let us say they say it in a way is not explained or is not well framed. You know, when I speak to a Muslim and I say to him that Jesus saved you by his blood, and this is what the thing Christians always they say, you know, like anyone they see in their way, Jesus save you by his blood. How? I mean, even that sentence is not, you know, is not really the right way to present Jesus to them. What the blood? And you know, explain to him first. This is a person who do not know what you are talking about, and most likely he will not like it. And suddenly you mention blood and someone saving you. And this is goes for all religions. People they present, you know, they speak without being wise, and they don't notice what they are saying. If I want to make my child, if I have one, believe in Jesus, okay, he's a child, and then I will say to him, Jesus saved you by his blood. Okay, how, what does that mean? I mean, this is a child and you are talking about the blood, and then Jesus saved you by the blood. How the child would understand that? And many people who they are not into the faith already, they are the same as a child. So in order to speak to them about something, you have to make a presentation. And this is what we are going to do today. We are going to make a presentation of how to present presentation. In order to do that, I'm going to choose a topic, and today we choose a topic about how Allah He tempt. You see, the word temptation, anyone can use it, even it exists in the Bible. And many Christians they say God He tempt us. The fact this is not really true. They say that God He allowed the spirit to tempt Jesus, but this is God allowing the spirit to present. That's all. It's not God who is tempting you. God tempt no one. But as again, Christians they say things without understanding what they are saying. The same as Muhammad, who say things he do not understand how stupid what he is saying. The difference between a Christian, he say things with good heart, and Muhammad, that Muhammad he knew his line and he's fabricating stories, and those stories expose itself. And a Christian who say things without being careful, he is just being a good person with good heart, but choosing the wrong words. So today we are going to go and speak about temptation. You know, God, if we go to the to James 1:13, let me try to make the text bigger so you guys can see it better. Give me a second, please. Let no man say when he is tempted, I am tempted of God. For God cannot be tempted with evil, neither tempt he any man. So, you know, I can right now give an excuse, says, okay, God tempt me. God, he, you know, I blame it on God. You see, always a human being, when something good happened to him, he blame it on himself. Like they say, I'm the good man, I am the lucky. Like when if you won the lotto, you say, I'm a lucky. But if you are sick, you blame God for your sickness. You know, and this is exactly what the Muslims do. The Muslims, you know, we remember when the brother, one of our brothers, he passed away because of cancer. The Muslims they made the big scandals about it, and they said God punish him. And how? By cancer. I mean, Muslims they are the most people who come to Europe and USA to recover from cancer because simply they don't have the technology, and obviously the Middle East is polluted and their countries are really screwed up. And as an example, the average of ages in the Middle East is very low because death is very high. You will see someone in Europe who live in the age of 60, he's still young compared to someone in Middle East, because most of them they die very early, and their Prophet Muhammad himself, he died in a very early age. Compared to what we see today in Europe. However, always they blame someone for something happened to them. But is the Muslims right for blaming Allah for bad things happen to them? Or they are exaggerating? Me as a Christian, I have no right to blame God for what happened. I have no right to say that God, okay, he is, I want to blame him for what happened. I am poor because God, he wanted me to be poor. That's not really true. The one who is rich and the one who is poor, it's not because God made them poor, neither made them rich. People have skills, and depend on your skills and how wanted your skills, you make money. As an example, if you are a doctor who do surgeries, 1 hour of your work is equal to 1 month of a poor person who work in McDonald's. So 1 hour of this guy work is equal to a month if I am working in McDonald's. So it's not really God make him rich. Somebody is born of a rich family. Is that God who made him rich? No. You know, this person who is born of a rich family, that means it's normal to happen. You are born of a poor family, so what you expect? It's not God. God have nothing to do with it. You are hungry, you have no food. Is that God making you hungry? That's not true. Now, can God make nations suffer? Yes. Can God punish suffer nations? He can. Can God? God can. This is why we called him Almighty. But don't involve God in everything happening in your life and say, I want to blame him for what happened. The Muslims, they have different kind of religion, and their idea is different, and their belief is different. You see, you use the word God, the Muslims use the word God, but their God have nothing to do with our God. You use the word gospel, the Muslims in their Quran, it's written there, the gospel, but their gospel have nothing to do with your gospel. The Muslim, they speak against adultery, but you do not know what adultery is about for Islam. In Islam, adultery is not really what you think. In the Bible, adultery is totally different. A Muslim, still he can do adultery as long as he do it according to Islam, he is fine. So actually, Islam is a religion legalize adultery, even prostitution. Even there's the verse in the Quran says that if your girls, which mean the slave girls, they wish not to do adultery, force them not, but if you force them, Allah all merciful. There's no verse, not even a single one in the Quran against that, which means adultery of prostitution is allowed. Muhammad himself, he allowed Muslims to do muta, which is nothing but adultery. So what we do according to Islam, we promote adultery, we practice adultery, and we say we are against adultery by giving adultery a name of marriage or a name of something else. A Muslim these days, if you have my book Sex and Allah, you will see there's many types of marriage in Islam, but the fact all of them, they are nothing but adultery. Temporary marriage, travel marriage, student marriage, etc. All of those, they give them title of marriage, but the fact, the real reason for them is nothing but sex. I am going to different country to study in Los Angeles. So what I will do now, I am a good Muslim, I don't want to do adultery. What I will do, I will hire a girl, I will tell her I'm going to marry you for I'm going to stay in LA for 3 months. I will marry you for 3 months and I will pay you $10,000. Supposedly this is marriage in Islam. Imagine, this is nothing but adultery. It's a fornication under title. So they say we are against theft. Muslims, they say we are against theft, but the Quran says you can kill them, you can steal their money, and you can take it, and there's no problem with that because Allah, he gave you that money. So they legalize theft and they give it an honorable name. What about killing? The Muslim, they say, the Quran says if you kill one innocent person as if you killed all mankind, but they will not tell you that innocent person in Islam is a Muslim. If you are not a Muslim, you can be killed. You can be protected under the title of Ahlul Zummah, which means you have to pay them money in order to save yourself from their hand. So imagine what kind of gang we are talking about. It's a mafia. You don't want to die, we can protect you. Pay us, you are protected. That is exactly Islam. So they say to you we are against crimes, but the fact they are the one who do the crimes. They say to you we are against killing, but the fact they are the one forcing you to pay them in order not to be killed. They say to you we are people who support justice, but what kind of justice? You force me to pay you so I will live. Especially I'm talking about you took my land, you took my home, you took my country, and now I have to pay you to live in my country. But yet they speak too much of justice. So we need to put in our mind that Muslims, when they speak about certain words, they don't mean the same things those words mean to you. When a Muslim speak about genie, a Christian, he speak about demon, but genie and demon are not the same. But many Christians, they keep thinking they're saying the same. When we speak about Isa, if you read the Quran, you will notice that Isa cannot be Jesus. Isa of the Quran, he have an uncle, his name is Aaron, and he have an uncle, his name is Moses. But all of us, we knew that even Mary, when the Muslims, they say, the Quran says that Mary is the sister of Aaron, you know, and they say to us, oh, you know, like they call you by the old generation, but Mary have nothing to do with Moses. She is not even from the same tribe. So how you came to this stupid statement? And later we find that Moses have a father, his name is Umran, and Mary, she have a father, his name is Umran, and both of them, they are located in the Quran. This is why they are both sisters. So we have some names are the same, but they are not the same people, because simply Jesus of the Bible does not match in any way, in any mean, with Isa in the Quran. The funny that Muhammad, he claimed that he is a person who came with knowledge, but yet he could not even find us the words of the gospel, so he used the Greek word, which is Injil. But yet the Muslims, they claim that Isa was a prophet sent only to the Jews, so he was sent to the Jews, but his book is in Greek language. Doesn't make sense. The only thing makes sense that his apostle, he wrote his book in the Greek language as a message to the Greek people. That makes sense. But to say that Jesus' book, his name is Injil, and Allah himself, he named it Injil, that is very silly and very stupid, for a very simple reason. Muhammad himself do not know even what the word Injil mean. The same as the word Jibreel, the same as the word Israel, the same as the word Abraham, the same as the word Isa. Even Isa, you ask the Muslim what Isa mean, what Al-Masih mean, they don't know. One of the funny definition for the name of a Messiah, which is the Masih in Arabic, they say to you, he have a flat feet. And this is the most funny, stupid statement ever I heard, that the Messiah was called by that name because he have a flat feet. So let us make it clear. We maybe share some words, because language, we are sharing languages. You see, Arabic is my language, so I can say to you, most of the words in the Quran are part of my language, which means I use them in my daily basis if I'm speaking Arabic. But yet the words mean to me something else from what it's mean to a Muslim. And I hope what with this presentation we made it clear. Now we go to the Quran and try to find out what is the temptation of Islam. You see, I did search in Google and I found here, like I searched how Allah tempt us, how Allah tempt us. I found the Muslim have articles why Allah tests us with hardship, why we are tested, beating temptation. All right, beating temptation. Okay, well, let's see what is that. You see, when you see a Muslim speaking about what they call ethic, you might believe that they have a high standard of ethic. Beating temptation, part 1. You know Ahmed, right? He has a brew always routing around, blah 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 blah. Okay, let's go to see something, you know, solid to stand with. How do I stop? Okay, check your heart. Wait, what is that? This has nothing to do with my topic, so let us get out. I'm trying to figure out what the Muslim will say to us if we ask them, to show you, not to show myself. Already I know all the answers Muslims they will give to me. Why Allah tests us? Hardship, with hardship. Okay, why Allah tests us with hardship? When we focus in hardship and the tribulation, one should be joins. Okay, let us see. Let me make it bigger a little bit so you guys maybe can read with me. Maybe here we have something interesting. All right. And we will surely test you. We will what? We will surely test you. Who is talking? Supposedly Allah. Allah saying he will surely test you. Okay, why Allah saying he will surely test you? And how he will test you? And does it really say what it says? Quran 62 verse number 2. Quran 62 verse 67, sorry, verse number 2. If we go in the Quran and we try to find what the Muslims talking about, let us say Quran 2 67. Oh, sorry, this is not the hold on. It is 67 2, sorry, 67 2. Okay, let us go there. 67, it's the opposite. All right. I know the verse here says something different, but see, the translation is totally different from here to there. It is he who created death and life to test you as to which of you has best indeed. Okay, so Allah, he created death and he created life. I mean, this is very silly to say created death, because death cannot be created. It's the same when Muhammad, he says Allah created the day and the night. I mean, the night is not created. The night is just the absence of the day. Simply, I mean, the light, you know, the Bible says God made light and he called light day. So what do you mean you create a night? You cannot create a night. I can close all the windows in my room, put the blinds even in the middle of the day, and I have night inside the room. So this is what is night, is something locally where it is, there's no light. However, here it says that Allah, he is the one who tests you. How he tests you? He tests you by creating death and life, and then he will, you know, he will test you with your deeds. But this is totally in contradiction with all the what Muhammad he taught, because Muhammad, he taught the Muslim to believe in destination, and destination mean that your deeds doesn't count. At the end of the day, it's what Allah, he wrote for you. If we go to this back to this article, let us see if the Muslims, they come to us with better argument. And we surely would test you with something of fear and hunger and loss of wealth and life and fruits, and give you blah 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 blah. Okay, and it is here. Okay, so Allah will test you with all those things, but how Allah, he tests really people? Is that really the truth? Is that really what the Quran teach? Absolutely false. Do you think that you will enter paradise without such a trial, the same as come to the one passed before you? If you think about it, you will say, okay, you know what, life is full of trials and people, they get tempted by the devil. But what here it's saying that Allah is the one who will tempt you. It's Allah who is going to make you do wrong, and this is supposedly a temptation or a test of God. But that does not make sense still, for Islam does not believe that testing of God is what Christians understood. As an example, I can say that God, he you know, he is you know, he tests me just by having me in this earth. I mean, obviously I'm going to go through a big test, but it's not God who is tempting me, and it's not God who deceiving me. It's not God who is trapping me. No, God created me, and he said to me, go live your life in the best way you can. Women are not created for me to be tempted. Women are created for me to be married from. Men are not created for them just to be tempted, as much it is about you having a family. So we have a reason for men and women to be exist. We have a reason for money to be exist. Money is not really the money is not the evil, even though it is the root of the evil, because people, they worship money and they forget about what is the need of the money. The money is to serve you, not to serve the money. People live for money. Same, they live for sex. Some they live for gambling. Some they live for drinking. Some they live for parties. Some people they are addicted to drugs. Some people they are addicted to smoking. Some people, everybody is addicted to something, and that is, you know, it's about you, how much you want to hurt yourself, and what do you want to do in life. People, they hurt themselves. It's not God hurting you. Nobody is forcing you to go and gamble. Nobody is forcing you to take drugs. Nobody. Now, what about me getting sick? Is that a test from God? Well, I can get sick, that because simply the nature of our body, which means the second we are out of heaven, we are out of the protection of God, and earth have germs, viruses, all kind of diseases, you name it, accidents. So this is not really about God, but yet can God do something to me? Yes, he can. Can God do something to you? Yes, he can. But normally life for everybody is the same. All of us, you can be a very good Christian and you can die by cancer. You can be a very good Muslim, which means you kill, you rape, etc., and still you will die by cancer, which means Allah will not really help you. Muhammad himself, he died by poison. So you being good or bad, look, if you think about it, people who they are bad, they have a better life. And I mean better life in the standard we understand today. Better life is you have a nice car, you have a big house, you have a nice, you have a lot of money. So if this is your standard, they have a lot better life than my life. But depend on your standard. So if you are evil, really you can make a lot more money from someone who have a good heart. Scammers, hackers, thieves, you name it. So is it God who made a woman hooker? No. Is that a God who made a man a child molester? No. Is it God who made me thief? No. Is that God who made you criminal? No. Is that God who made Muhammad all the crimes together? No. God did not do that. It's people who choose to be following the devil. But in Islam, the story is different. In Islam, it is Allah who did all those things. If you remember, actually, we mentioned it many times in the last 2 days. Look like I remember it, I cannot forget about it. If we go here in Ibn Kathir, where if you remember, Adam, the sin of Adam from the beginning of mankind, according to Muslims, the sin of Adam, the evil he did, it was a decision of Allah. Here Adam, he speak to Allah, he says to him, after Adam he sneezed, Allah, he said to him, may Allah grant you his mercy, which is very stupid, because if you are Allah, how you say may Allah grant you his mercy? Doesn't your mercy, and then Adam, he said to him, doesn't your mercy precede your anger? He said yes. Adam said, and you destined me to commit this evil act? Allah, he said yes. And this is the point I'm trying to explain to you. Muslims have different understanding of evil. Muslims believe that evil happened because this is the destiny of Allah, which is the God. We don't believe in such a garbage. God did not destiny for me evil. Otherwise, that would make him an evil God. By reading just those few words here, Islam is already gone. Islam is a history. Islam is a stupid. Islam cannot be valid religion, because what the point of kicking Adam from heaven if Adam commit no sin except it is Allah's sin, it's Allah evil. And as you see in this conversation, Allah, he agreed that he is the one who denied the destiny of Adam to do evil. So Adam, he cannot do different act. If God, he made a destiny for me to do something, who am I and how can I get away from it? So based on this story, Adam is a victim of Allah, and the evil is the evil of Allah, and Adam was a good person. But if God, he decide for you to be evil, then how you can escape? So this is the idea of temptation in Islam. This is not really a temptation, it is a destiny. It's a destiny written for everyone. If we go in the hadith, just to make it more clear for you. If we go in the hadith, we will find the hadith says the following. Read with me carefully, please. The Prophet said, at every womb Allah appoint an angel who says, "O Lord, a drop of semen. O Lord, a clot." Because Muslims believe that we are, in the beginning, we are semen of women and men mixed together, chapter 86, verse number 6 and 7. And then we transform into a clot. And you can find that in chapter 24. So we are became a congealed dead blood, and then so it's a stages. The first stage, semen of women and men. We know that women have no semen. And then the semen of the women coming from the ribs of the women, and semen of the man coming from the backbone. And we know this is very stupid to say. And then we became a congealed dead blood. And then from that we became a little lump of flesh. Then Allah, He will make His wish to be complete. What is that wish? He wrote, He will give the destiny for the angel to write it for you when you are in the womb of your mother. So read with me carefully. Then if Allah wishes to complete its creation, the angel asks, "Oh Lord, it will be male or female?" So even decision of male or female, it's not a decision of nature, it is decision of Allah. Then is it going to be rich or blessed? Are you going to be happy or miserable? It's decision of Allah. You know, that's it. It's already you are not even created yet. You are in the process, and then Allah is deciding if you are going to be miserable in life or you will be happy in life. Then He continue, and how much provision He will be, you know, how much He will live, how much money He will make, and what His age. Look at this. So all of this is not you know it's already pre-made and pre-decided. So if I'm going to be a criminal based on this, Allah decide for me when I am in the womb of my mother, before I'm created in the process. He decide that, okay, Christian Prince, you will be a criminal. If you are a thief, Allah decide for you to be a thief. This is what Muhammad is saying. It's in the front of your eyes. So all is written while the child is still in the mother womb. I mean, how clear we can make it more than this? So the word temptation, it's not what people think. The word temptation in Islam is nothing but a destiny. However, there is different kind of temptation Islam believe in, which is can be found in the story, as an example, Harut and Marut. If we go to Harut and Marut story, it says, واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان etc blah 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 ولكن الشياطين كفروا يعلمون الناس السحر وما أنزل على الملكين ببابل هاروت وماروت. Okay, let us read the translation so Muslim will not say we are making things up. Based on this chapter and this verse, chapter 2 verse 102, it says that Allah He sent two angels to teach black magic, and those two angels, their name is Harut and Marut, and Allah He sent them down in the Babylon. Okay, look at this. Allah sent down two angels, and their specialty is teaching black magic. All right, now is black magic something useful or harmful? All of us we agree that if this is such a thing is exist, this is satanic. This is satanic. So obviously it is harmful. So why Allah He sent two angels to teach that? The verse itself explain. Read with me carefully. So Allah He sent two angels teaching men magic, and such a thing as came down at Babylon to the angels Harut and Marut, but neither of those, which mean those angels, taught anyone such a thing, which mean the black magic, without saying, okay, so the angels now before they teach you the black magic, they give a disclaimer. I mean, look how silly this story. We are only a temptation, a trial. Okay, hold on. When the Quran says Allah He sent two angels to teach a human being something harmful like black magic, and then I am an angel and Allah sent me in a mission to teach you mankind black magic. Who is the evil one? Guys, do you understand what I'm saying? If I am the one who sent an angel, let's say I am Allah, God forbid, and I sent two angels, and according to the stories, those two angels, by the way, they are sent by Allah and they are the best of the angels. Actually, the story about those two angels, it's very funny and very stupid, but maybe another time we can read it, all of it, so you can see how stupid this crazy religion. According to the story here, those two angels have sex with women. Her name is Venus, and they gave her the password to go to heaven. But Allah, when he noticed that Venus is flying in heaven, Allah, he cursed her and he made her a star. And this is coming from the Greek mythology, and Muhammad, he took it, he put it in his religion. So now we have two angels sent down to earth to have sex with a woman. She is very beautiful. She is the most beautiful women in their time, and those are sent for a mission, and that mission is not good at all. The mission is to teach magic. And then they say, we are only teaching you for a trial, so don't bless them. They learned from them the means to sow a discord between the man and his wife. Okay, look at this. They learn from who? From the angels. Okay, what they learn from the angels? Black magic. What they will use the black angel? What exactly they teach? They teach black magic to people so they can cause people to fight with the wife. I mean, how silly, how stupid that is, and what the purpose of this? When here the Quran making a disclaimer saying we are only for a trial. I mean, how silly, stupid it is to say such a thing. Well, Shaitan, he can say the same. I am only for a trial. So why you blame Shaitan for evil? Obviously, the source of evil is your God, and he is the one who working for it. You know, a Muslim, he says to you, okay, I can show you a verse that God, he created evil. Yes, God created evil. But he did not create him as evil, he created him as an angel. For us as a Christians, we believe that Satan was, or he is, a fallen angel. So even when God created the Satan, he created him as an angel. He did not create him to be Satan. In Islam, as you see, those are angels, those are not the devil. Yet their job is to teach people black magic so they can harm each other. And before they teach you, they make a disclaimer, we are only a trial. So what the purpose of this why God is opening a magician school to harm mankind? Why you are increasing evil on earth? Is that going to be for the benefit of mankind by Allah sending two angels to earth to teach black magic? Don't we have enough problems? Don't we have enough crimes? Isn't it enough we have rape, we have criminals, we have child molesters, we have thieves, we have all kind of crimes, and now you are going to send us somebody to teach us voodoo? That is stupid. So Allah here is not really tempting you. Allah here is harming you by evil school. Allah opened a school of evil. He sent two, the best of his angels, to be professors in those schools. And when you join that school, the professor, he make you read a disclaimer, we are here only a trial. So why you are teaching them anyway? Do you want them to do it or you don't want them to do it? If a Muslim, he will say to me, oh, Allah don't want you to do black magic, so why Allah is teaching you the black magic? If you say to me this is a trial, I will say to you this is stupid. Because simply this trial will do nothing. Already if those people are evil, don't Allah knows that they are evil? Isn't your God is Almighty God and He knew what they have in their heart? Isn't it enough what the evil they are doing already, and now you want to teach them more evil so more people getting hurt? Just because you like to have a trial? What about I teach you how to kill somebody, and then you say to you, this is a trial. Disclaimer. Why you are teaching people, especially here we are talking about magic, which supposedly taking people out of control. It is somebody controlling somebody. And if you remember, Muhammad himself, he was under black magic. So Muhammad was a victim of Harut and Marut. And this is how stupid Islam is. Muslims believe in a black magic. Me, myself, I don't believe in this garbage. Somebody will say to me, or like in the Bible, it says that the stick of Moses, this is how people they saw it as it is a magic. So his magic overcome their magic, but the fact it's a miracle of God. Jesus, when he resurrected people from death, he did not do magic. When he made the blind see, he did not do magic. When he healed the leper, when he did all the miracle he did not do magic. This was real. Wasn't fiction and it wasn't a lie. So when a Muslim he speak about temptation, he is speaking about something totally different. Additional to that, there is a we mentioned already that there is a destiny, and we mentioned now that there is something Allah he like to increase evil on earth. Allah he used the Muslims and anyone he can to spread hate as an example, and that is another way of tempting mankind to be evil. If we go in the Quran, we will find in chapter 5 verse 14 it says that Allah he will spread hate and enmity between the Christians. Why Allah want to spread hate and enmity between the Christians? I mean, what kind of God he is? This is chapter 5 verse number 14, and this is a translation of Yusuf Ali. From those who call themselves Christians, we did take a covenant, but they forgot a good part of the message that was sent to them. So we string them with enmity and hatred between one to the other. Okay, so now me as a Christian, I hate my brother in Christ. And this is weird, right? Because you cannot be Christian and you hate somebody. How you can hate your brother in Christ? That will be evil. If this has happened, All right, guys, I really apologize. For some reason, my computer totally froze, and I don't know really what happened exactly, but it looked like we had. All right, guys, I really apologize. For some reason, my computer totally froze. It is you with the phone. All right. All right. So I don't know what happened. You know, it totally everything is gone, and the screen went black. I had to restart. I was speaking about chapter 5, verse number 14. And when Allah He speak that Allah is going to strengthen us against each other, that is not a temptation of God. That is a temptation of Satan for Allah, and Satan is one. You know, if you ask a Muslim, what is the purpose of this madness? I mean, why Allah wanna make me hate my brother in Christ? I mean, what is good is going to do to mankind by making Christians hate each other? What is the purpose of this wisdom? Nothing but hate. The purpose is very simple. It's hate. This God is Satan. His name is Allah, and he hates you to the point. He will do as much as he can to divide you Christians. So when you see two Christians, one he is a Protestant and the other one is a Catholic, being funny, and they are calling each other names, they are serving the devil without knowing. Each one of them, he think that he is doing the right thing. Oh, you are not following the true, you are wrong. Oh, you have the Pope. Oh, you have etc. Oh, you have etc. You are, if you are a person who speak with someone as a Christian with hatred in your heart, you are no Christian, and you are serving Allah. Obviously, you are serving the devil himself. I can correct someone, he's a Catholic, without saying to him you will go to hell. Because who said he will go to hell? Simply, not necessarily. There's many who they call themselves Orthodox Christians, Protestant Christians, Catholic Christians. They will go to hell because Jesus said clearly, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will. So from all of you, the one who will go to the kingdom of my Father is the one who do his will, not the one who call himself Protestant or Catholic or Orthodox. The division is from the devil. So either you decide to be against the devil, fight division, or you help the devil and be part of his plan by stringing hatred between one to each other. I can correct my brother in Christ by the love of Jesus, not by hatred. You can be a person who is a Christian, you have a wrong understanding of something, but doesn't mean you are a bad person, and that will not be a reason for me to hate you, because that anyway will make me not a Christian. So we both are losing anyway if we do that. So here we find that Islam call hatred a plan of God. Hatred is part of the work of God. Hatred is not coming from the devil in Islam. Hatred is coming from Allah. You know, when somebody says to you, oh, those people, they hate the Muslims, the Muslim, when he say that, he's being stupid, because as you see, hate is coming from Allah. Hate is specifically to the Christians. Look here how evil he is. The one who export hate and deliver hate to the Christians is Allah. And the Bible says clearly that the one who deliver hate to you is the devil. So we have totally two different books. One making it clear that hatred is coming only from the devil. Jesus says, love your enemy, which means if you don't love your enemy, you don't even belong to Jesus. And loving your enemy does not mean you give him a hug or a kiss. That is a kind of funny behavior, have nothing to do with Christianity. Loving your enemy is by correcting them and rebuking them, even if it's going to cost you your life. This is what all the apostles of Jesus did. Loving your enemy is not about what some mad teachers, they keep saying that if you speak against Islam, you are not being a loving person. As Jesus said, this is stupid. Jesus, he called all those who they are not following the true belief all kind of titles: sons of the devil, sons of snakes, hypocrite. Like, if your father is Abraham, you do the act of your father, but your father who is the devil. This is what the Bible teach. In the other day, one said to me, how you say to a Muslim you are like a donkey? I mean, the Bible says that many men, they are like a beast. They are like a beast. They live like a beast, to eat and have sex and die. Donkey, at least he don't, he eat the grass to eat. He don't eat the grass just to cut the grass and hurt the grass. Human being, he killed, but not to eat. Human being, he hurt, but just to hurt. Human being, he got jealous, but he have no right to be jealous. I mean, if somebody have a beautiful wife and you don't have a beautiful wife, you get angry. If somebody have a good house, you don't have a good house, you are going crazy. You wish him bad. I mean, why? Human being can be very evil, but based on Islam, all the evil in your heart and all the evil in the world is starting from the time of Adam, as we showed you from their books. This is the evil of Allah. Let me read again what Adam said to Allah. And then Adam received from his Lord's words. Adam said, "O Lord, did you not create me with your hands?" He said, "Yes." He said, Adam, "and blow life into me?" He said, "Yes," which means Allah. He said, Adam, and Adam is talking, "and when you sneezed, you said, may Allah grant you mercy?" Allah, he said, "Yes." And then he says, "Doesn't your mercy precede your anger?" Allah answered saying, "Yes." Adam said, "And you destined me to commit the evil act?" Allah told, "Yes." All the evil is a destiny in Islam. All the hatred is a destiny. It is not really a trial. It was not a trial to Adam to commit sin. It was a destiny. We mentioned a hadith many times before about Adam was debating with Moses, and Moses, he accused Adam that because of him, Allah, he kicked him out of heaven because of his sin. But Adam, he answered Moses, and he refuted him according to Muhammad, which means Adam was the right and Moses was the wrong. Read with me carefully. The one that's talking here is Muhammad. He said, Adam and Moses held a dispute, a debate. Moses said to Adam, "Adam, you are our father. You deprived us and caused us to come out of paradise." So Moses obviously believed in the original sin, which means Moses, he cannot be a Muslim because original sin is not Islamic according to Muslims. As you see, original sin, it's destiny. It is destiny. So Adam said, "You are Moses. Allah choose for you his speech and wrote the Torah for you by his hand." The Muslim Abdul, they believe that Allah, he wrote all the Torahs and give it to Moses by tablet. Imagine how many trucks Moses he needed. The Muslim don't believe that Allah, he gave Moses the 10 commandment. No, he gave him all the Torahs. So imagine how many pages written in rocks. So Moses should be busy until now carrying rocks to move them from place to place. Then he continued and saying to Moses, "Do you blame me for doing a deeds which Allah decreed that I should do 40 years before he created me?" Here the word deeds, by the way, it's the act, the evil act which is mentioned here in the hadith. So Adam is saying to Moses, How you blame me when this was a destiny made by Allah for me 40 years before my creation? And then you will see that Muhammad, he agree with Adam that he is right, and Moses, he lost the argument. As you see here, so Adam got the better of Moses in argument. So Muhammad, he agree with Adam that yes, it's not the fault of Adam. This is not his sin. This is a sin decreed by Allah 40 years before the creation of Adam. So Adam did not go through a trial. It was not a trial. It was not a temptation according to Islam. It was a pure destiny. Is the idea, guys, clear to you? I hope what I'm saying is not troubling you in the way, sometime, like, I feel the limitation of my English holding me back from maybe giving the statement in the right way. But I think it's easy to understand by showing all what we showed in the screen. There is no trial in Islam. It's not a test. It is a destiny. From the first man, it was a destiny. And here we ask ourselves, where is justice? So Allah kicked Adam from heaven for what reason? Nothing. It was Allah who decided to Adam to commit sin. So why Allah, he punished Adam out of heaven? No reason. It's a stupid argument. It is a stupid mad belief. And it is injustice. I make you do sin, and then I punish you for the sin I made you do. In other way, Allah, he forced Adam to do the sin, because as you see, it's decreed. It's his destiny. That is stupid. So when the Muslims, they speak about trial, obviously Muslims, they are confused because I don't blame them. Islam is a confusing religion. This is the religion of confusion. Everything in this cult is a confusion. Everything. From the first page in the Quran to the last page in the Quran, you got nothing but a confusion message. And here is one of them. Now, if Adam, Allah, he made the sin for him 40 years, it's mean Allah, he made your sin and my sin 40 years before he created us. So why Christian Prince should go to hell? Based on this, I am now, my broadcast happening because Allah, he wrote in his decree that the Christian Prince, in the date of etc., in the hour of etc., he will open his chat and he will attack me. It's his decree. So why I will go to hell? Which one is more ugly, the sin of Allah or the sin of a Christian Prince? It is Allah's sin. This is not my sin. If me attacking Allah is a destiny, how you can say it is my sin? How we can say this is the sin of Adam? And this is what here the debate is about. Adam is saying, well, it's not my sin, you idiot. This is the sin of Allah. Allah, he wrote that for me. Which means we cannot blame Adam. And if we cannot blame Adam for his sin, then we cannot blame you for your sin. And that will destroy the argument of having a savior like Muhammad to save you to go to heaven, because it's a destiny anyway. And the Quran have tons of stories like this, that it's a destiny. And Allah, the one who misguide, nobody can guide him. The one Allah he deceived, nobody can guide him. And this is why my first book I wrote, it's called The Deception of Allah, because all the story here is about deception. Allah, he made me believe if I pray to him, he will forgive me. Deception. Forgive me for what? It's not my sin. You see the madness? Muhammad, he said in a hadith, if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you and He will replace you with people, better people who commit sin and asking for forgiveness. What? Listen carefully. Muhammad said, if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you and replace you with people who commit sin and asking for forgiveness. So Allah's destiny is what happening, not your act. Even if you commit no sin, Allah hate you, He will destroy you, because He wanted people to commit sin because He enjoy it. He enjoy it. And why? What He enjoy? He enjoyed people asking for forgiveness. So based on this hadith, and based in this hadith and the other hadith and the other, Allah, He made Adam commit sin, so Adam will ask Him, please Allah forgive me. What kind of Allah this Allah is? This is not a temptation. This is a destiny. And destiny appear in the Quran all over. If we go in the Quran, we will find the following. أتريدون أن تهدوا من أضل الله ومن يضلل الله فلن تجد له سبيلا. You know what? I'm going to open different Muslim website. This website have only 4 translation. There's another website which have all the translation together in one page. Let us see. If we go here in this website, all right. من يهدي الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فأولئك هم الخاسرون. Whoever Allah guide, he is, you know, the guided one, and whoever Allah deceive is the loser. I mean, He deceive whoever He will, He guide whoever will, and then He call you, you are a loser. Whomever Allah guides is highly guided. Whomever Allah He leads astray. It doesn't say lead astray, it says yudlil, which means deceive. Go down. Let us see the front translation. All of them says here send astray, send astray, send astray. But the fact, this is not send astray. The word in Arabic yudlil. Look at this guy here. He has cause to go astray. I mean, if you had cause to go astray, isn't it this is deceive? How I go astray? Allah He caused me. How He caused me? By deceiving me. So who is the one who caused people to go to hell? Is it Shaitan? No, it's Allah. You see it in front of your eyes. Which means Allah is Shaitan. If you go here, this translator, Muhammad Shakir, he says, and whomsoever He caused to err, these are the loser. Well, He is the one who caused him to be in error. Which is a false translation, because in Arabic it says yudlil, which means deceive. But he whom Allah leaves in error shall surely be those. Oh, that's it. And not only that, he says in different verse, if we go, let us see a different one. وَمَنْ يُضْلِلُ اللَّهُ فَلَا هَادِيَ لَهُ. Chapter 7, verse 186. Let us read the translation. Who is ever Allah allowed to go astray has none to show him the way. That's it. And again, this is not showing, you know, the word astray is not in the verse. It is deceive. All of them, they are using the word astray, as you see. Here, this guy, he's saying Allah caused to err. Whom Allah leaves in error. Look at this one. This one is even better. He's more honest. whomever God misguides has no guide. Okay, thank you very much. So finally, we get a little bit of honesty in the translation made by Muslim. Whoever Allah misguide, what misguide mean? Deceive. They are trying to be polite, not to use the word deceive. So whoever Allah deceive or misguide, there's no way for him. So who is the one who made me misguided? Allah. It's not the devil. Do you see it? And we can see tons of verses in the Quran like this. It's not like once or twice, it's all over the Quran. Chapter 4, verse 143. It's the same story. Do you see it? The same garbage. Allah is the one who caused you to be misguided. What kind of religion this religion is? So what is the job of the devil exactly based on those verses? If this is what Allah he does, that all those who they are misguided, deceived by Allah. So what the devil do? Allah is the devil. God send whoever he will astray, and he lead wherever he will to the path. So all that there's two kind of people. One is misguided and one is guided. However, the one is misguided by Allah, and the one is guided by Allah. Allah leads astray whomever he wishes, and whomever he wishes he put in the straight path. That's madness. The same story. It's like they are copy paste from each other. Those who reject our ayat, proves evidence, verses, are deaf and dumb and in darkness. Allah send astray whom he wills and guide who he will. Allah causes whoever he wills to astray, to stray in error. What? God leads astray or guide to the right path whomever he wants. Do you see it? Do you see it? What kind of garbage this religion is? This is why we as a Christians, when we have, a Muslim, he might use the same word, or temptation. Temptation is in Christianity have different meaning. Trial in Christianity have different meaning. Muslims, they use same words you have in your dictionary, but it does not have the same equal meaning. Obviously, it's too far. And this is all over the Quran. I can keep showing you. Look how many. All those verses saying the same thing. Chapter 39, verse number 36. And the one who Allah deceive, there is no guidance for him. Do you see it? Why Allah sending people astray? Shouldn't Allah's job is to guide us and he love us? No, for he is a hateful God. It's like a lotto. Whatever he wish, if you are lucky, you are from those who Allah he wish you to be guided. As simple as that. And then look what it says. Who can guide the one whom Allah has caused to go astray? Do you see how evil it is? Allah is more evil than the devil. That's it. He caused you to go astray, and then he will not allow anyone to guide you. Why? Because Allah, he enjoys seeing you in the hellfire. He like it. This is his joy. This is the purpose of his existence. In the Bible, it says that if a person is saved, a happiness in the kingdom of God will be. God himself, he will be happy for a person is saved. In Islam, is the opposite. Allah is saying, are you going to guide the one Allah misguide? Are you stupid or what? Are you going to guide the one who Allah himself deceived? The one who Allah deceived, nobody can guide him. And look, I'm reading the Muslim translation. And whomsoever Allah makes err, then there is no guide to him for him. So Allah caused you to be in error, and Allah decide there's no guidance for you. That is not a trial, and that is not a temptation. That is a destiny. And as long as Islam based on destiny, even in sin, then there's no meaning of worshiping this God, because at the end of the day, this God, he decides for me what I will do, what I will be before I'm created. As we showed you here, when you are in the womb of your mother, the angel, he will say, oh Allah, he is happy or sad. Oh Allah, rich or poor. Oh Allah, he is a criminal or bad or good. Oh Allah, he believer or disbeliever. So what the point of punishing me for a sin or for destiny? My sin is not serious. My sin, this is the sin of Allah. As you see, all those are Sahih Hadith. Look what Muhammad is saying, which is showing again a stupidity of Muhammad. The Messenger of Allah, the truthful and the receiver of the truth, informed us. This is the truth, saying the creation of you humans is gathered in the form of semen in the womb of your mother for 40 days. I mean, have you ever heard of a lie like this? I am a semen in my mother womb for 40 days. 40 days. This is alone is enough to prove that Muhammad is a liar. And by the way, it doesn't say womb here. It says in the belly of his mother. So I am in the belly of my mother for 40 days. Why? My mother, she eats semen. What kind of religion this religion is? And then he continue. Then it becomes a clinking thing in similar period. So it's going to stuck like a clinking thing, but the fact doesn't say that. It says alaqa. The translation is false. We showed you in the other hadith where it says alaqa. Alaqa, a congealed blood. And even the Quran says that if we go in the Quran, we will find the following. Does it say really that it will be a congealed blood? Yes, it says that. Here we go. Alaqa. Chapter 22, verse number 5. This is verse, and there is other verse. Then chapter 23, verse number 14. You are a congealed dead blood in the belly of your mother. Read with me. Then we made the sperm into a clot of congealed blood. That's stupid statement. Only mad cow will believe in this. You can go right now and check the process of the human, creation, the embryo. You will find there's nowhere it says that in any stage that we are a sperm who transform into congealed blood. And what? For 40 days we are inside the belly of our mother. And then we became a lump of flesh like that. And then Allah, he sent an angel who breathed life into it. And the angel is commanded to record 4 things. Record what? 4 things. Its provision, its term of life in this world, its conduct, and whether he will be happy or miserable. What is left? What is left? Nothing. Your work is written by Allah. Your provision written by Allah. Your conduct is written by Allah. You are happy or miserable is written by destiny. That's it. And then Muhammad continues saying, by the one whom there is no true God. This guy is swearing by Allah. This is serious now. One of you would perform the action of the dwellers of Jannah, which mean heaven, and there is only one cubit between him and it, which means the Jannah. When what is for or denied, you see the destiny. So now you are almost going to go to heaven. Then what Allah wrote for you in your destiny would come to pass, and he would perform the action of hellfire until he entered. Look at this madness. So now all your life you are doing the action of people who will go to heaven until almost you are there. And then what Allah he wrote for you in your destiny will take over. Then you act the act of people of hellfire, and then you go to hellfire. So what's the point of being good or bad or anything? At the end of the day, what Allah he wrote is going to happen. My deed doesn't work. Same, Muhammad he continue explaining more, and he says, and one of you would perform the action of the hellfire until there's only one cubit between him and hell. Then he would perform the acts of the dwellers of the Jannah until he would enter it. That is the destiny. So what the point of asking for forgiveness, praying, like doing the Hajj, the pagan act of Hajj? What is that for? If I'm going to go to hell or heaven anyway, it doesn't matter really what you do. All those hadith is the same. However, just to make it more clear that there is no temptation in Islam. It is all about destiny. There's no trial in Islam. It's all about destiny, which destroy everything about this cult. Here there's a story of a child. This child, he died in the age of infant, little baby. Aisha, she said, and this is a Sahih hadith, very much Sahih, strong. Aisha, she said, there is happiness for this child. Aisha and Muhammad, to make the story short, they attended a funeral. Chapter, the meaning of every child is born in the state of fitra, and the ruling of the dead children, of the disbelievers and of the Muslims. The Muslim, they say that every child is born as a Muslim. This is what Muhammad he said. Muhammad he said, everyone is born as a Muslim. Let's see the hadith. Every child, no exception. No baby is born but upon fitra. What fitra is? It is his parents who make him a Jew or a Christian or whatever. What fitra is? Let us see in different translation. You will see it says a Muslim. The Prophet says every child is born with the true faith of Islam. Every child. Okay, so this child is born anyway, regardless if he is born of a Christian family or a Muslim family. He is a Muslim according to Islam. However, the story in the other hadith here is about a child who is a child of Muslims anyway. So his parents are Muslims. Aisha, the mother of the believers, reported that a child died, and I said, there's a happiness for this child who is a bird from amongst the birds of paradise. Sparrow, actually, the word in English, in Arabic, it says sparrow. Thereupon Allah Messenger said, don't you know that Allah created the paradise and he created the hellfire, and he created the dwellers of the paradise and the dwellers of the hell, which mean when they are in their mother womb. What are you talking about? Aisha, she is thinking a logical thinking that okay, he's a child, he commit no sin, so he will go to heaven. Muhammad is saying no. In different hadith, it's make it more clear. Let us read together this one. It says, Aisha, the mother of the believer, said, Allah Messenger was called to lead the funeral prayer of a child of Al-Ansar. Ansar are called the helpers of Muhammad. They converted to Islam. Allah Messenger said, she said to him, Allah Messenger, there is a happiness for this child who he's a bird of the birds of paradise, for it commit no sin. So it's clear now that this child didn't, never commit a sin. And Aisha explained more. She said, nor has he reached the age when one commit a sin. He's very baby. He said, Muhammad, Aisha, peradventure, it may be the otherwise, because Allah created for paradise the people of paradise, and he created to hell the people of hell when they are in the backbone of their fathers, as you say. So sin is not a reason to go to hell in Islam. It is destiny. Never sin. Adam's sin, it was destiny. Your sin, my sin, is destiny. If you are a person who die as a baby, you might go to hell still, for it is destiny. And as you see, Muhammad make it so clear. Aisha assumed that this child will go to heaven. Muhammad, he said to her, don't be stupid. Everyone created to be in somewhere before they are born, regardless of their sin. So it might be the otherwise. It might be he will go to heaven. It might be he will go to hell. So to make it short, if we can, and I apologize, I make my videos long because the topic is complicated and I like to give it enough explanation, because many of you may be here first time, but not every one of you is too much familiar with a lot of information. So when we explain something, we better give it the time it deserves and enough information to the point even a person who is just first time ever watching this video, he never heard of Islam before, he will understand. And that is a total contradiction of the Bible teaching. Jesus said, if you don't come be the same as those little children, little ones, you will not enter the kingdom of my Father. So in Christianity, child age is guaranteed to go to heaven. In Islam, there's no guarantee, even for children, for everything is based on luck. Luck simply is destiny. If Allah wishes you, when he created you, before he created you, to go to hell, you are going to hell anyway, it doesn't matter. So when the Muslims speak about temptation and trial, it's not exist in Islam. This is all is Allah act. Allah is the devil. Allah is the one who made you do evil. It is his plan, and the Quran agree. Actually, if we go here, we mentioned to you where Allah in the Quran, he said that Allah, he will spread hate and enmity between the Christians. You remember? Chapter 5, verse number 14. All right. Chapter 5, verse number 64. It's exactly the same. Allah will spread the hatred, but between the Jews. Read carefully. So not only the Christians, Allah consider everybody. Allah will spread hatred. Okay. Here he says, amongst them we have placed enmity and hatred till the day of judgment. Allah, he placed enmity and hatred between them until the judgment day. This is destiny, that's it. A Jew, he cannot get away from it. Can a Jew now, based on this statement, be a loving person? No. Can he be a good person? No. Allah, he put hatred in his heart. The devil, Muhammad, saying to us, I don't want to say Allah because this is all is the statement of Muhammad, Aka Allah, saying that I am placing enmity and hatred in the heart of the Jews until the day of judgment. The same chapter saying the same about the Christians in chapter 5 verse 14 if you go back, as you see. So we string them with enmity and hatred between one to another into the day of judgment. So based in the same chapter, both Christians and Jews, they will live in hatred because Allah destined for them to live in hatred. It is Allah, the devil. And the funny about this, or what make it more funny, Muhammad, he said that the one who spread hatred between people is the devil. Chapter 5 verse number 91. And now I have to say to the idiot Muhammad, how you say to us in chapter 5:14 that the one who spread hatred, the same chapter, you see, and we are talking about the same stupid chapter. The same chapter, Allah saying he will spread hatred and enmity between the Christians and the Jews until the day of judgment. It is the same chapter, verse number 90. It says that the shaitan is the one who spread hatred. Have you ever heard of stupid religion like this? Do you see it? Do we have any Muslim have a comment? What a stupid cult. So I say to you, hatred is from the devil. In the same time, I spread hatred. How stupid that is. And we are not even reading from different chapter, all in the same page. This is obviously it's a satanic religion. Believe that hatred is something good. Amongst them we have placed enmity and hatred till the day of judgment. Look at this madness. My friend, to make it simple and to make it short, Allah is the only deceiver in the cult of Islam. The devil himself is victim of Allah, even actually according to Muslims. And according to this, the destiny of the devil is to be evil. For Allah, he wrote the destiny of everybody. As long Allah wrote the destiny of Adam to commit sin, that's mean Allah, he is the one who wrote the destiny of the devil, because the one who tempted Adam in the story of Islam supposedly is the devil, and he was one of the genie. But the destiny of Adam to commit sin written even before, which means all the destiny and whoever connected to Adam's story is part of the destiny plan, including the devil. So Adam is a victim, same as Satan is victim in Islam. Both are victims to the big Satan, which is Allah. So I hope that people, they get a better idea and understanding that when a Muslim speak about trial and temptation, that is not true. Muslims don't believe in such a garbage, even though they can quote for you a verse from the Quran, but Islam believe in one thing, that all crimes happen by the plan of Allah. All the sin, it is the plan of Allah. The sin of Adam himself, it is Allah crime, as we showed you in front of your eyes with the Muslim translation, where Adam, he said to him, and you destined me to commit this evil act. Allah answered, say yes. So all of us, we are out of heaven based on the Islamic cult, because Allah, he destined for us to do evil. And why? Muhammad explained by the hadith saying, if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you and send and replace you with better people who commit sin and ask for forgiveness. So all this is drama because we have a sick God. His name is Allah according to Islam, and he liked to hear people begging him for forgiveness, to the point, if you don't commit sin, Allah will destroy you and replace you with better people who commit sin. And they are better than you by what? By committing sin. And why they are better than you by committing sin? Because then they will ask for forgiveness. So he made Adam commit sin so Adam might beg for forgiveness. This is how stupid this cult, and this is how sick Allah is. He made us do wrong, so we ask for forgiveness. And if we don't do wrong, he will kill us. So you have to do wrong, you like it, you don't. Otherwise, you are destroyed anyway. And this is why we, all of us, should reject such a stupid cult like this. I hope we explained the topic very well. And if you guys have any question, or if you are a Muslim, please feel free, leave a comment down in the video. And you don't have to agree with us, just show us your skills. And if you have a Muslim cleric, he is willing to debate me about this topic or other topic, feel free. In a few weeks from now, I will be back in the state, and people, they can call me back again live on air, and we can take and receive phone calls. As you see here, I cannot even decide when my broadcast is going to be. I have to wait until there's no noise around me so I can do the broadcast. With this, I want to say, may the Lord bless you, and don't forget to tell all your friends that if they would like to have a handy reference, go and get my books from Amazon, Amazon.com, Amazon France, Amazon.de, Germany. Just type Christian Prince and you can find my books. And we appreciate those who help us and support our mission in every way, every mean, by downloading the videos, posting it around, or by donation, or by sharing books, or by sharing knowledge, or by inviting us to churches. May the Lord bless you. Christ is Lord. Islam is false, proven from the mouth of the devil. Thank you, and God bless.